All right, today we're gonna do upper body foundations. I'm gonna start with a warm up, and I'll just go ahead and be seated unless I just absolutely have to stand, but you can do almost anything seated or standing. So the seated version of a hinge is gonna be where we just send our hips back as we come forward, all right, and then come back up. Now, as I come forward, I'm gonna raise my arms up, overhead, reach, and then bring them back and behind me. I feel like I'm about to hit that table. So over, and then back. I'm gonna do 5 of these. So that's 3, big reach, 4, one more, 5, good. Then to warm up the triceps, I'm going to bring my arm up, point my elbow to the sky, and touch my shoulder. Bring it back over, bring my arm up, and I'm just gonna alternate those. And that's gonna warm up the back of the arm. Good. So 3, 2, 1. Good. And then we're gonna do bicep curls. We're gonna do them seated. We're gonna switch the grip and bring it down, up, switch the grip, bring it down. We're gonna do 3 more, 2, 1. Another thing I like to do for the back is bring my arms up and out, and then squeeze in under the arms, which are called the lats. Squeeze in, reach out, squeeze in, do 2 more, 1 more. And hopefully you'll notice that my belly button and my ribs are pulled in, and then my core is engaged this whole time. And then finally, I would like to do 2 more things. Arm circles, starting off small, getting a little bigger as I go. And so we use a lot of the shoulders for our upper body, even if we're doing back, biceps, triceps. So we want to rotate at the shoulder. I've reversed my direction, and now I'm going backwards. I'm getting a little bigger. I'm watching the clock for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, I'm going to put my shoulders in the right direction by going up, down, back, up, down, back. You can do this in between every rep of every move, because you always want your shoulders up, down, and back for good posture. And then finally, some wrist rotations. Sometimes when we're doing upper body moves, we can really squeeze the weight too hard. And so we're gonna practice having our hands more like a hook than squeezing. We're also gonna work on doing some things that make our wrist nice and mobile. So I'm going up and down, pressing down. You see the bottom of my palms are coming apart, but I'm still pressing together, and that's giving me a good stretch as I come down to the belly button. All right, so that is a great full upper body warm up, and now I'm going to start with the modifications for this foundations to upper body. The first one I'm going to do is a bent over row. A bent over row with bands would look like, let's see, I think I'm gonna have to twist them to get them to be strong enough. Maybe something like this. You may have to loop the band around 1 foot in order to get it tight enough. Let's see. You want to be even on each side. There we go. So that's a hinged bent over row. I could also do it seated. You're gonna have to double this band again. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to get that even, but I would go again, and then squeezing the shoulder blades together, top of the rib cage, keeping a neutral neck. But what I do with most of my clients, that's really the simplest. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it around an anchor anything that is not going to move when you row. And I've got it pretty much right even with me, and what I'm going to do is pull back. I'm just going to go ahead and start doing these here with you. So we're going to go squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1, shoulders are down and back. 2, I'm going to the top of the rib cage here. 3, 4, 5, good, breathe out. 6, 7, keeping the elbows in close. 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to rest. You're going to let the legs go. You're going to rest for 1 minute. You may pause. I'm going to go straight into round 2. So 1, back fast, and then down slow for 2, 3, 4. Good. I'm thinking about my back muscles. 5. And right here, I'm resisting gravity. 6. I'm resisting the pull. 7. That's where a lot of the strength comes in. 8. It'd be easy just to let it fly back. 9. 10. Good. Again, we're going to rest. Pause. Rest for a minute. 30 seconds, 45 seconds. We are at the beginning of the workout. I'm going to go right back into it. So ready, and last set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. My hands are just hooks. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders are still down and back. 9. One more, engaged core. 10. Good. That's the 3 sets of a banded row, which we're going to use to take place at the bent over row. Again, you could have, or next time could do this one. It's a little bit harder because you've got to create enough tension with the band to come up. So you may even have to hold it. That's actually what I would do. I would hold it from the hook. Even here where it's a little bit clothed on this band to make it hard enough. Remember, it's okay to be uncomfortable. Not pain, but uncomfortable is okay. I'd rather hold a handle, but it's okay if I don't. So start with the banded row, and that feels good. You want to try a hinge. Try the bent over row. From there, we're going to be going into a dumbbell pullover. And so for that, I'm going to talk more about a lat pull down. So a lat pull down, we're going to need a higher anchor. And so I'm going to be going over here. For you, hopefully you have an anchor at your house and you're going to be able to do that from there. I'm going to use something a little bit higher than I am tall. That might not even be tall enough. Let's see. Let's try. I'm going to grab a chair. Dumbbell pullover. So a dumbbell pullover is a lying move. Lying down, towards engaged, feet are flat. I've got a weight over my eyes, and I'm bringing it back and then pulling. There's no way to do that in a seated position. So if getting on the floor is hard for you, which would be for a lot of people, not just getting on the floor, but having their back comfortable on the floor until they've kind of learned to get to that good pelvic tilt and really be able to stack their rib cage above their hips. We're going to give this alternative. And so it's gonna look a little bit like a ski pole. So I guess also if we have a ski pole in the workout, we would do this. But we're going to use those lats and we're gonna bring it straight down. So I'm pulling, not with my shoulders. In fact, I'm pulling, I'm not gripping. So I'm gonna put my hands in a different position. And the reason I'm not gripping is because I want to use the lats that are underneath my arms to pull down. Now, anytime a move is too hard, I'm going to suggest doing one side at a time. One side at a time is always easier than both at the same time. But I'm going to go down slow, squeeze, and then bring it back. So I'm going to do one arm at a time for the first set, and then we're going to move to two arms at a time. So for the first set, I'm going to pull my shoulders down back. I'm going to engage my core, and then we're going to bring one arm back and back slow for one. Squeeze. Two. Breathe out. Three. Four. Five. Six. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to rest, push pause, and then we're going to go into two at a time. Or, if you're comfortable, stay at one at a time. You want enough resistance so that it's hard, but not that it's pulling you away. All right, we do both arms at the same time. I'll pull my shoulders down and back, engaging my core, belly button is down, spine, big press down, up, slow for one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to rest again. We'll be doing it one more time. This time, let's make it just a little bit harder. You may still be doing one arm at a time. Keep the same count with me. You may be doing two arms, or you may be adding this pulse like I'm about to do. A pulse is a very controlled, tiny movement, not a bounce. And so let's do that together. Pause if you need a little bit more break. 20 to 30 seconds, time it. If not, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to come down, pulse halfway, down, and up for one. Pulse, halfway, pulse, for two, down, pulse, three, pulse, four, 5, 6, 7, I am feeling this, pulse, 8, you may have only done a few of these and then went back to what we did in the second set, and that is fine. We're going to do one more because I lost count. Hopefully that's 10. Good. Trainers, always do one more. All right, we are going to move on to a bicep 30. So I'm going to get my band down, and then let's not use the chair. All right, for a bicep 30, we're going to use bands. So we're going to come up halfway and then halfway down for 10 reps. Then we'll start halfway, we'll come up halfway, halfway down for 10 reps, and then all the way down, all the way up for 10 reps. So I'm going to start you off with 5 reps per arm. So we're going to alternate arms basically. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see I have no daylight showing. My elbows are not moving. I'm not using any shoulders. Pull my shoulders down and back. Now I'm going to go halfway up, halfway down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 6, don't hold your breath, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to go all the way down and all the way up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, that was hard. All right, so doing that 2 more times. Pause definitely for a minute. Biceps are a small muscle group, they need more recovery. So I want you to pause for a minute before we do it again. This time we'll start with both arms. So ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, squeeze 7, 8, squeeze your biceps, 9, not your hands, 10. Deep breath, start halfway, all the way up, all halfway down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, have I gone all the way up, all the way down? I sure hope so. I've lost track. Let's go all the way up, all the way down, just in case I didn't. I think I did. That was, okay, that felt very similar. Okay, so we've got one more set to go, 30 reps. I want you to know that biceps are a smaller group, so you're probably going to want to use a lighter resistance band. So on that one move, the back, I was able to use, I used one band, so I wasn't switching on and off. This is a 20. But honestly, I would have used probably a 50 or even a 50 and a 10 looped together. It's very easy to do, to make a 60 on that. But then start with a 10. I can already tell these 20s are really hard on these bicep curls. So work your way up to, you want it to be where at least the last 2 are challenging, but not that you couldn't do at least 3 or 4 more. All right, shoulders are down and back. We're gonna do a last set coming up halfway for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then all the way up, halfway for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all the way down, all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Okay, I am sweating in here in this gym. All right, we are going to move over to bench dips. And for a bench dip, we are going to actually take the body weight out of it and do just a totally different tricep move with a band. And that's going to be the tricep overhead extension. And I'm going to show you this on a chair. So I'm going to loop it under the chair. Come up from behind. Elbows are going to be in close, and we're going to bring it up. Now, the thing that no one's going to like about this is that it's going to rub. I'm going to try it without the bands. Good. So I'm leaving my elbows in close. They really should be up. Yes, there we go. So you're going to want a lighter band on this also. Could do both at the same time. All right, bring it down nice and slow. So I'm going to show you a seated version and then a standing version. So for the seated version, I'm going to actually, I think what I will do is loop one handle in the other. This is actually how I do it standing. That doesn't create enough tension. Let's not do that. All right, we will do that standing. But for now, just to get this started, let's go ahead and do one arm at a time. So we're gonna bring it up. So this is how we would be, right? Starting at the ponytail here with the elbows in close. We're gonna do one arm at a time. So one, down slow, two. So I like this better not with the handles like I had it a minute ago. I'm not gonna switch my grip now, but I really recommend holding it by the band, not the handles. 6, now let's breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I'm going to bring it down close to my body. All right, on the next one, we're going to do both together. What I want you to know about seated triceps is that you've really got to engage your core. Make sure you don't start arching that back or pulling your belly button to your spine. All right, pause if you need to rest. Otherwise, we're going to start again. This time, I'm going to do both arms at the same time. So, one. Now when I do both arms at the same time, it really kind of rubs against the back of me. So you may want to wear a shirt, a long sleeve shirt, or maybe not a tank top. Something with sleeves. 5. Keeping those elbows in. 6. 7. Engaged core. 8. Let's breathe out. 9. One more. 10. Good. Now I'm going to show you standing. This is what I tried to do a minute ago. Looping it. I didn't practice beforehand, so I'm afraid that might not work. But we're going to try it here. And what we're going to do is, and I've had people do this in my gym many times. So I lay one side down, depends on how tall you are, where you're going to put your foot on. Then I'm going to step over it, bring it back, and then use one handle in a staggered stance. Now, why this might be better than seated is because it's going to give you that staggered stance and maybe take some pressure off the lower back if you were feeling that in that seated position. So we're going to go ahead and start with 10 reps. Now I can go ahead and tell right now I don't have enough resistance on this. I probably should have got a harder band, but we'll go ahead and start. So use one band for 2 arms, and that's why I need a heavier band. So that's 2. Now I'm only going down parallel to the ground, right to where my ponytail would be. 3, 4, actually I'm going to count the top. That was 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep those elbows in, use those triceps. We're going to do a bonus one. Up, down slow, elbows in, and then stop. I'm going to release one arm. Bring the other arm nice and careful, close to the body. Don't let it slingshot out. All right, and then finally, we're going to do a bench row. So a bench row is pretty safe with the weight. I can show you with the band. You can do this on any piece of furniture. The important part about a bent over row is going to be your hinge. So I actually even have people do this in a pool with a pool noodle. The important part is that you kind of have to keep most of the pool noodle out of the pool. And we're going to do the same thing with the band. Most of the band is behind me. I'm stepping on it. I may have to even get a little bit more. Or actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to hold it by the handle. And that's going to give me more band to work with. Here we go. So when I hinge over, I'm hinging. So I didn't just bend over. I set my hips back. I'm going to to save my wrist, I'm going to put my fist down instead of flat, because that gives me a little bit more of a neutral wrist. And then what I'm going to do is pull this band to my side pocket and then back down. Slow all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sides. Go to our other side. Bench row again. Again, I'm going to hinge over. Step on my bands. Make sure I get it in the right spot. All right. Now, good. So 1, 2, 3. So it's a big pull. 4. And I'm starting a lawnmower. 5. Using the back muscle. 6. No rotation. 7. 8. 9, 10. Good. Now, I usually don't rest in between sides, and on this one, we're really not going to rest too much unless you need to. If one side is resting while the other side is working. So let's go ahead and go again. Ready? And 1. I'm going to alter where my foot is. So sorry. Guess you're getting a little bit more of a break. All right. 2, 3. Definitely like this one a lot better without the handle. 4. But I'm still not squeezing. 5, 6, 7. So really, if I wasn't looking at the camera, 8. I would be trying to keep this nice neutral neck, looking a little bit in front of me on the ground. That's 10. I'm going to switch sides. Stepping on the band. Ready and hinged over. Core engaged. Shoulders down and back. Up. Down slow for 1. Big pull. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10. All right, we've only got one more set of this whole workout. We're going to do that one more time. And so this is the point where you can pause and rest, or I'm just going to go straight into it. I did want to show you I'm holding right here. Actually, I've been holding where the tube meets the little black part right here, and that's really been giving me a good thing to grip on. So again, I'm going to step, hinge, engage, shoulders back, neck neutral, pull, down slow for 1. Now I'm going to breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Good. Your back should be getting fatigued. This is our third of 3 back exercises. Let's go one more time. All right, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I was looking at my foot. 6. I was not having a neutral neck. Happens to all of us. 8, 9, 10. Good. Hopefully you have a nice flat back. We're going to come up, and now we want to stretch. So I'm going to say stretch that lower back first by going into a deep hinge. So I'm just sitting my hips back. I can let my neck kind of hang. This is good for my shoulders, my lower back. I'll hang out here for about 20 seconds. Good. After that, I'm going to come up for the triceps. Bring the arms overhead and bring one tricep or elbow to the ceiling, pointing it at the ceiling, looking straight ahead. Then I'm going to come out, grab the other elbow, press against it, looking straight ahead. This is stretching the triceps. After that, I'm going to bring both arms down and back. bring it down and back. As I put my shoulders in position, and then push down, and that's going to stretch those biceps. And then from there, I'm going to gently, not really apply pressure, but just let the neck just fall without really putting any kind of pressure on it, just letting it release. And I'm going to switch sides again, just letting it release itself. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, just letting it release. Alright, that is it for today. Hopefully I'll get you another video soon. Thanks.